Let's make some double chocolate biscoff shortbread. Or we could just call it loaded shortbread. I don't know what this is. Honestly, didn't know what to make, but I just fancied a dessert. For my base, I used the exact same recipe I used for my millionaire shortbread. However, I did some minor tweaks to the recipe. So instead of using 250 grams of plain flour, I used 200 grams of plain flour and I used about 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 85 grams of golden caster sugar. However, I did keep the amount of butter the same, using 175 grams of softened butter. Once my flour, sugar, cocoa powder and butter were all added into the bowl, I began to combine all the ingredients using the rubbing in method before eventually kneading the dough. I also added 100 grams of chopped chocolate and then kneaded the dough once again. Then lined my baking tray with some parchment paper, broke off parts of the dough and scattered it around the baking tray, before flattening the dough and ensuring that it got to every single corner. Once the dough was all flat and spread out, I then used a palette knife just to get rid of them indentations. Also guys, I forgot to record the part where I poked some holes into the dough because you don't want it rising in the oven. I then baked it in the oven on gas mark 4 for around 20 minutes. And this is how it was looking once it was out the oven. As I was allowing it to cool, I did want to put something on the top, and I was really feeling biscoff today. I went for the classic biscoff and Nutella combo. Honestly, you can't go wrong with this combo. It's just so good. I used a full small biscoff tub for this. I just microwaved mine for about 20 seconds just so it was easier to spread. And I did the same for the Nutella just before drizzling it over my biscoff and shortbread. And using a cake tester, I just made that pattern that I see on everybody's page. I've been wanting to do this pattern for so long. I just feel like it looks so cool. I feel like I really pulled it off. I'm not gonna lie, like I was kind of proud of this. Just to add a little more biscoff, I placed some biscoff biscuits over the top. God, that was a tongue twister, wasn't it? Try saying that 10 times in a row. Biscoff biscuits, biscoff biscuits. Then placed it in the fridge for about half an hour before chopping it up into 4 slices. But I'm not gonna lie, this did hit. This was exactly the dessert I needed. I'm not gonna lie, like this hit the spot. Anyways, that's all for today. I'll leave the recipe in the caption below. Bye!